Oh, hello everybody, this is Dusty Circuit here on AutCraft, the AutCraft server this time around because I was thinking of doing a tour of some of my old bases. I've already done a tour of my existing base, but I've never done a tour of my previous two bases. Anyway, currently in spawn right now, but I can teleport to first base. Well, this is not the first base I've built on the server. This is the first base after the world's reset. For those of you who are just new to AutCraft, I think the server's probably been through probably two resets in its history, but I joined like after the first one, and there was, I think, originally the hard world and the peaceful world, and those worlds just they just got really big, and there's even some corruption, so we kind of needed AF needed to reset them. And thing is, 3 of my bases that I built, as well as a couple of farms I built there, those were in those old worlds, and well, those have disappeared now. So unfortunately, I cannot tour those, but this is the oldest build that I can tour, as it was the first build of the new worlds. But anyway, this base is called the Four Corners because, well, there was this used to be a tower with multiple levels, but it's been torn down, but this level remains. And kind of the idea is we was sort of split into these 4 corners, hence the name Four Corners. And I think this was actually my corner, but I never ended up doing anything with it. But anyway, there are 4 members of this base, and we each had a corner. Anyway, like I sort of had my own part that have contributed to this base, but this was technically like a joint effort, and a lot of the stuff I didn't really build. It was either 3 of these stables, I think, was all Ninjago, and I think some of this was Ninjago, some of this was Mod Killer, and so the thing we're mostly gonna look at what I built anyway. One of the first things I built in here was a tree farm, but I ended up tearing it out just because it never ended up it just never worked really well. Like, it would work most of the time, but every now and again the farm would just jam, and it's just, well, when when the farm jams, it's like you have to replace all the pistons and break all the wood that's stuck in there, and it's just a pain. And this ended up being like I think the second laggiest base we've ever made on AutCraft, so we had to remove a bunch of stuff just to cut down on the lag. And this was an elevator that I made to get to different levels of the base, but unfortunately it just doesn't work. Like, I put a minecart here, like there's supposed to be a minecart atop this slime block, and the idea is, well, if you're riding in a minecart, that's supposed to be more reliable in multiplayer because it, like I heard something to do with like it's not as hard to process a minecart moving as like a player, as it is a player moving, so those tend to work better on servers, but well, I guess this doesn't work here. Oh, anyway, I really want to fix this elevator, but it's just a lot of work to like. Just I don't know if I can even get this design to work. I'll either find another design or just wait until 1.13 and or just wait until AutCraft updates to 1.13 and just replace it with one of those water elevators with the bubble column. Anyway, this is this allows you to select what floor you want to go to, but it doesn't do anything anymore. And here's the redstone for that. Basically just one of these selectors that you've seen some people use, and really the rest of this is just carry the signals up to the different floors. And I actually built a ladder like back here so you could just climb. If the elevator didn't work, you could just climb up this. Though without fly, it would be take quite a while to get up to the top. And you can even see, I think, we even built like one of these ladders just because the elevator doesn't work anymore. Anyway, this is kind of the main level of the base. Anyway, the elevator would stop there, and you'd go across this bridge, and that is just kind of another area. It's kind of a lookout area, and that goes into here, which this was the main storage room. It used to, and there were chests all in these areas here with the light blue clay, but of course they've since been removed because I guess we needed resources elsewhere. This back here is just some more farms which are no longer operational. Like we had a storage here, but of course we removed that either to cut down on lag or it's because we needed hoppers. We just kind of tore that out. You can see part of the sorter that remains. This is for the sugarcane farm. This is just yeah, this just uses a lot of redstone. This is a design like really the reason I use this design as opposed to other designs is it's lossless. And essentially how it works is piston would basically it would fire twice. They have it designed in such a way that I don't know if I can show this or not, but literally it's double high sugarcane, but I have only one row of pistons, and that row of pistons would fire twice, and effectively that would harvest the sugarcane. I want to trigger this to show you, but Let's see. I don't know if we can catch this or not, but here it goes. We didn't really see it, but basically what this does is it extends out, and then it retracts and then goes back out again to push. Basically, as soon as the sugarcane that's up in this area falls one block, it gets pushed out as well. It's kind of definitely an ingenious design, but we have like observers now, so this is kind of not needed really anymore. Anyway, this is like a pumpkin and melon farm. And I guess it could be functional if not for all the hoppers being gone. This was, I think, to craft paper. What I would do is I put sugarcane all in there and flick the lever, and then all these dispensers would shoot items out. And while that was running, I would just be crafting the sugarcane and throw it into those chests. Then nothing, kind of stopped using it when we stopped using this base, but used it a few times. Anyway, this area is kind of for potion brewing. We have these things with these stations which brew like potions that were pretty useful. Like I selected the potions that we use the most, like water breathing, night vision, speed, and yeah, I guess you get the idea. This was another warp farm, though this used to be soul sand here, but that's no longer here. Anyway, if there was soul sand here, what it would do would shift back and forth, and then that literally would be the harvesting mechanism. And I think it even had, I don't know if I had hoppers underneath to collect it, but it's actually possible to do that because hoppers can suck up items through through soul sand. Redstone for this isn't that complicated. Anyway, this is like a mushroom farm, though it's kind of a manual one. Basically, you break, like literally, you can instant mine these, and that gives you mushrooms. And then the idea is you plant a mushroom there, and then you bone meal it, and then it grows another giant mushroom. Though I don't have any bone meal on me. Anyway, there's one more part of the space I want to show you. Well, there's this room down here was really just for, well, if we're too lazy to just put items, sort items into the main room, we just dump them in here. And it's like every week I would be thinking Ninjago is somebody's job to sort them out and put them into the storage. Anyway, this is, I think we also have these farms here. They're still functional, surprisingly. Anyway, just to get these flowers. Anyway, this has to be one of my most ambitious projects of this base. I had this idea to build this crazy automated bulk storage system, literally just for like sand, gravel, cobble, that sort of thing. And I even wanted to make it automated, so you could select what amount you want to request, and you request an item and it would give you the minecarts here. And of course this was before shulkers, so we pretty much, this is all minecart base. And there was a lot of redstone back here, but it all ended up getting torn out. Again, probably combination of either to reduce lag and to reclaim resources. Though some of the redstone remains. Anyway, what this thing is basically a way of sending redstone signal based on the signal strength. That would just have these repeaters. I don't have a lever on me to show what it does, but anyway, say if this many repeaters were powered, it would just relay that signal all the way down. And it would just emerge on the other end as a 3-strength signal. Here's some more redstone that's still here. Anyway, this is like it's like a big selectable timer. And like depending on the signal you give it, it would select a different delay. And this was some sort of shift register, although I don't even remember what it did. I think it would have to do with the minecart dispensing. And back here, literally, this was all chests and hoppers, so that was all torn out. And up at the top here was one of those old school minecart dispensers that would literally would just have the minecarts sitting on rails. I think it probably held like 10 minecarts or 12 minecarts or something like that. And basically whenever you give it a redstone signal, it would dispense a minecart. And the reason for that is, well, this used the chest minecarts, and when you break them, you have to recraft them, and that's a pain. And I wanted to keep this automated, so I went with that design. Anyway, yeah, that's at least it's pretty much this space covered. Although wait, there's one more area. And as soon as I get up this and get out the store. think this is actually, I think, one of Mumbo's doors, and it still works to this day. Anyway, there's still a few more levels that go up through here. Ordinarily, I wouldn't be flying through this. This was an elevator, but it doesn't work. But, oh, this used to be, Ninjago basically had all these item frames here, and that basically was like his timeline that represent like the history of all the things he did on AutCraft. But, I guess is either he took it out and probably moved it to the new base, I guess. This was a villager greeter, but it's not working anymore. And not sure who built this, but I'm guessing Modkiller and maybe Modkiller and Ninjago built this barn. I guess it had mobs in it, but it's no longer used. Also, these are pixel arts. Both of these were by Ninjago. I think these are actually dedicated to players, now that I think of it. This is obviously relates to AF because he's Goku and this is Goku. And I think that's Monkey Go-Go. Because she actually did a tour of the space on YouTube, so that's what that relates to. And kind of this ended up becoming a kind of a testing area of sorts, but like I was testing different elevators to build, but turns out neither of these really work. It's kind of unfortunate, but I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Anyway, I think Ninjago built this boat. It's pretty cool. And I don't even remember who built what, but I know they built this and they built this bridge. And this goes to kind of a mining area that saw some use, but when we moved bases, it kind of it's not used anymore. Yeah, this was a speed mine. And of course, this is all before Fly, so I actually needed a minecart to get down here. Let's actually ride it. It's actually pretty fun to ride this up. So here we go. I'm guessing this was a there was this kind of this older player that we I'm kind of blanking on the name right now, but they built this. It's kind of an interesting addition to our base, I guess. This was a kind of a concept that I had for like a self-rebuilding spleef arena, but it never ended up getting used. Well, one day, it'd be interesting to maybe try it one day, but anyway. That's pretty much it for the space, but well, there is one more thing. This was it's kind of like sort of like an adventure map type of thing, but that teaches you redstone, and it's kind of an introduction to it, and you just go through you go into each of these rooms, and first it starts you out with the basics, and it just kind of progresses through more kind of the more advanced stuff. And just slowly gets more and more advanced as we go through. I didn't end up getting that far with it, but it's a pretty cool build nonetheless. Well, anyway, this section, I basically added these things just to kind of explain. This is more like the applications of redstone, and it's just still rather simple builds, but anyway, it kind of shows you, once you've learned redstone, what you can do with it. And of course, this is a door, and this is meant to be part of an XP grinder. And this is sort of a small farm. I don't know why it's... Anyway, that's what it's supposed to do. In 1 second, I'm going to deal with these guys. Anyway, this is... I believe this is actually the same door. It's a similar door to the one that I showed before in that one area of the base. And this door I used on the very first base I built on AC. It's a 4x4 vault door. And this, it's more of a fun build, but anyway, it's like a little, sort of like a disco light. You turn this on, and you just get this rave thing going on. Now, I want to try this, but I haven't tried this with shaders yet. Probably gonna lag me to death, but anyway, I want to see. I'm really tempted to see what this looks like with shaders on, so I'm gonna do that. Anyway, here I am with shaders. Let's let it rip. Trippy. Pretty cool. Anyway, here we're she's back now, and redstone for this room isn't really that involved. Just literally just a redstone, or it was just a clock going into those lights. But it's a fun thing to make anyway. I'm probably gonna do the second base tour in another video because this is almost 30 minutes long. But anyway, it's been me, Dusty Circuit, and hopefully you enjoyed that tour. And feel free to, well, I really like, part of the reason I'm doing these videos is I also want your feedback. Especially that base was pretty cool, but like, I want to see what any of your, if there's anything you want to see me do to it, or if there are any changes you want me to make, or if there's any, just anything you want to see added to it or changed or anything, let me know. And might not do it, like have to ask if Ninjago minds, but anyway, I'm just to get your input on it, and then just feel free to comment about it. Anyway, it's been Dusty Circuit here, and signing off now. Hope you've had a nice day. See you later. Bye.